What is up, guys? It's your man, the main Mark Murph here, doing my predictions for NXT Takeover and so far for Summerslam. It is currently 8:42 on Tuesday, August the 6th. I'm currently leaving hockey right now. That's why I am late for SmackDown. That's why I'll usually miss probably the first hour 5. So I'll catch like the last 55 minutes of the show or so. But with today, what was I going to track my thoughts? Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thoughts. But yeah, no, today it's all about NXT TakeOver. It's all about SummerSlam. I'm just going to predict the show. I was going to do this as a style of video where I, kind of film myself driving and I vlog. I even had a plan because today I actually got my hair cut. And the one thing I like to say, and I know a lot of people, there's some people that will agree with me, is they always go to the barber shop before a wrestling trip. Even though for me, I put trip in quotation marks because it's not really a big trip. It's like just a local trip. Like, I'm basically like a tourist in my own city. I'm going to have fun. Tomorrow's my last day at work, and then the fun begins. You already saw the rundown video. If you didn't, go watch that. So instead of this being a video where you see me, it's just going to be a pure podcast talking about the show, shows, and other stuff and whatnot. And yeah, so we got NXT TakeOver Saturday night. I have pretty good seats for it, like I said in the rundown. I'm sitting basically facing the stage head on. I'm really excited for that show. There are 5 matches on the show. All 5 I'm actually really looking forward to. The one that really sticks out to me, though, like I said before, is there's the 2, but the main one is the North American title match, just because I think those guys are going to go in there and just tear the house down. Velveteen Dream can work, Pete Dunne's a psychopath, and Roderick Strong's going to add to that mix. But starting, I'm going to talk about that match later, and the other match is Cole Gargano for obvious reasons. But the first match I'm going to talk about is Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. I think Candice is going to get a win. Like, my gut, my heart's telling me I want Candice to win, but my gut is telling me it's going to be Io just because she is a brand new you're trying to establish a brand new heel, and this is NXT, not the main roster. And with the difference between the main roster and NXT is, what's the main difference? Oh, yeah, right. They know how to book properly. So if you're going to book a proper heel, I think you need that heel to win. You need that heel to succeed. So I think Io is going to get the win on I was going to say Monday night, but Saturday night. But I still think, too, it's going to be a pretty good match. They may do that thing where Candice offers to shake her hand, and then Io kind of does that cocky Asuka thing, where she'll reject it and just be like, ha ha ha, I beat you. No handshake for me. And then, that's just a quick rundown of that. And then the next match I want to talk about is the tag team title match, which features the Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish taking on the Street Profits. This is another match where I think this is going to be a very heel-dominated show as for who wins what. Mainly with this one, just because I have this really weird feeling, and it kind of gives away what I think as well, but I think it's going to be Undisputed Era with all the gold at the end of the night. And you're going to have them posing on the stage doing the Undisputed Era symbol. I'm not going to do it right now, because I'm driving, and 2, because, basically because I'm driving, and the other reason, you can't see it. What's the point? So with all of that, the one main thing I want to focus on for this particular match is, basically, hopefully they can recreate the magic they did from the ladder match. I know it's different, but the Street Profits are a very fun tag team. They're really good in the ring. Angelo Dawkins brings that style of the big guy, like Heavy Machinery, and I'm going to call them the War Raiders, where he's a bigger guy, but he can move. Montez is just pure athleticism in the ring, and then Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are going to bring that, the good ring work, and also, too, they're going to bring that aggressive side. So, hopefully, too, their aggressive side can bring out Street Profits' aggressive side. But like I said before, I think Undisputed Era is taking this cake. And as we know, Street Profits have been cracking up on the main roster on Raw for about the last, I'd say, month or so now. I think the first one they appeared was at Raw, where Bobby Lashley absolutely got destroyed in the ring. So with that being said, as I accelerate as I'm now on the highway, I think that with a match like this, you're going to have it Street Profits dominated, but then Undisputed Era gets their work set in. Midway match, Street Profits tries to make that valiant effort, but then I think it's just going to be too much, and then the Undisputed Era wins. So yeah, we got that. The next match I want to talk about is the women's match between Shayna Baszler and Mia Yim. This is the one match of the night where I think a face is going to win. I think Mia Yim will take the title away from Shayna. Just because I'm looking at it too, Mia Yim's a really good worker. She's probably one of the most proven out of the whole women's division right now. And also too, I think it's time for Shayna's throne to end. And now, because you have all these like new and exciting women coming up, like Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, Casey Catanzaro, Bianca Belair, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo, Rachel Evers, it's time for women like that. Lacey Lane too is another example, where Shayna can like maybe go up to the main roster, and then maybe I would like to see, honestly, if Shayna goes and feuds with Becky. I think that'd be great too, because you can kind of create that whole 4 horsemen friction tension thing, or the 4 horsewomen, excuse me. But within doing so too, I think this match is mainly going to be dominated by Shayna Baszler, but Mia Yim's going to get her moveset in and win, kind of the opposite of what the Undisputed Era and the Street Profits are, because at the same time too, Shayna Baszler has been a force. Like, she's also that one woman too, though. A lot of people are like, she's green, she's not that good, but she has put on some very good matches in the women's division over the last year or so when she won her title. Like, for example, her, I think it was a 2 out of 3 Falls match at War Games last year. That was one of my favorite matches of 2018 from the women's division, just because it was just pure, like, it was one of those things where you didn't expect anything from it, but it was just such a good match overall, like, where you're looking at both these ladies, you're looking at everything, and you're like, holy crap, both these girls can work, and at the same time, too, like, Shayna proves herself. She did the same thing, too, against Ember Moon in the Fatal 4-Way in New York, and even to her matches like Bianca was better than I thought it was going to be, but still okay, and to Io. But at the end of the day, I say Mia Yim is going to win, but I think one of the horsewomen will come out, either Marina Sharif or Jessamine Duke, will attack her after the match, causing like a feud with that, because I do think Shayna's getting called up on, I'd say Shayna goes to Raw. Yeah. And then the next match I want to talk about is the North American title. Like I said before, I think Roderick Strong is going to win, but I am looking forward to this match. I have this as my match of the night. I know people are probably going to be like, oh man, Cole Gargano's going to be so good and everything. Like, that match is going to be good. It's just something about this match. Velveteen Dream, holy shit, the guy is probably the best worker. I talked to Ryan of the Wrestling Radar about this, and he's right. I'm scared to see Velveteen Dream go up to the main roster, because you don't know what they're going to do with him. He is one of the best workers in NXT right now, male or female. Every match he goes out there and he delivers. Like, his match with Howard Breeze is great. Matt Riddle, Ciampa last year at War Games. EC3 was in one match. It was okay in my opinion. It wasn't anything special, but holy crap! I just remember his match with Ricochet last year in Chicago. That was one of my favorite matches. Like, same thing. I just go on to, like, so many of my favorite matches in the last few years have been in NXT. And also, too, Pete Dunne's a complete psychopath. He's going to add to it. And then Roderick Strong, too. 3 combustible elements just ready to explode. What more could you ask for? And last but not least is the main event. I gave my thoughts on some people, but, man, I hate that Adam Cole chose, oh, I'm just going to do a regular one-on-one match. Like, this is a 2 out of 3 Falls match. Like, we wanted, like, you could have done something. Gargano's like, yeah, we're going to have I think it's a street fight. It's either Street Fight or Falls Count Anywhere. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it is a street fight. But like I said, I just can't wait to see the 2 of them go out there and just beat the holy hell out of each other in that street fight portion of it. I think each person's going to win their step, and then Regal's going to come out. And I would honestly love for them to do a ladder match for the final. Just go out there, put their bodies on the line, kill them all. But then, I think we're going to get a lot of call-ups this week, and that's why I have Adam Cole, baby, winning the title at TakeOver Toronto 2. I am really looking forward to the show. Scotiabank Arena is going to be rocking Saturday night. I'm going to be in there. I haven't been to a TakeOver in a long time. I'm excited. I am fired up for it, and I can't wait for it. So with that being said, let's move on to SummerSlam. And as we know, the SummerSlam card isn't completely finalized yet, as they still have the Cruiserweight title match in, which 205 Live starts in about an hour. And at the same time, too, we have 205 Live. Match will be added. Probably the women's tag team match, that'll probably get added in. And I think we'll probably see, holy crap, some of these clouds are looking a little dark tonight. And I think we're going to see Rey and Andrade. I saw the thing earlier about the stipulation about the hair versus the mask. If that's a stipulation, that should get added to the pay-per-view. And then another match that's regularly on right now gets moved to the pre-show. But at the same time, too, it's one of those, like, things where it's like, what's going to happen? And also, too, I think we're going to get the Intercontinental Shinsuke versus Ali, and to probably another match or so. So I'm trying to figure out, probably I would say obviously Roman Reigns versus whoever decides to hit him with a car, in which hopefully on SmackDown nothing's happened yet, but if it has, we'll see. Forklift, car, what's left? They're going to burn him alive like Vince McMahon. But I think it's going to be like Rowan was doing it on Daniel Bryan's behalf. So yeah, I don't want to give my thoughts on those. And also too, I think Drew McIntyre. I think they were going to do Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander, but not that I'm saying I would like to see this, but I think what they're going to do is just throw in a bunch of randomness just to get people on the card for SummerSlam. And I think it's going to be Usos with Cedric and then the Revival and McIntyre. I could be wrong, but I just have a hunch that's what they possibly could do for Sunday night. With that being said, guys, let's get into SummerSlam. I think this one we're going to see a few title changes, but I don't think we're going to see a whole lot. There was one that I have going to start out this the gate, and there was one at first I didn't want to see a title change, but now I'm kind of like, you know what, I wouldn't mind that, and that's Randy Orton defeating Kofi Kingston, because let's be honest, Randy Orton hasn't had a legit title run in a long time. I know he beat Bray Wyatt at 33, but he only held it for like, I think 6 weeks, and then he lost it to Jinder, and then he went to that program with Jinder back in 2017. But, like, when I mean legit title reign, I mean, like, a few months. Like, he holds it till probably the Rumble, and then he goes into a program with someone at WrestleMania, which, honestly, I would love to see that. Him in Tampa next year with the title. So, yeah, part of me, like, it's the same thing, too, where I'm going to go with this. My gut's telling me, like, I think Randy Orton's going to win, but if I'm going with my brain, I'm thinking they're going to keep it on Kofi for a little while longer. Probably until, I'd say, maybe Crown Jewel, and then they'll change it up, so maybe we can get another Brock Lesnar-Randy Orton match at Survivor Series. I say that too because I'm going to get, I'll save Universal later, but I kind of gave it away now, but I'll go into the match more. But with the Kofi Orton match, honestly, I expect these guys to get their moves in, and I expect just a vicious, out of nowhere, the arena pops so loud RKO for Orton to win the match on Sunday night. And like Kofi too, it's nothing against Kofi, it's just that he's got potential, and now too, he can go into a program with Orton, and now he can kind of prove, hey, he can do things on his own, and there's a lot of guys too he can compete with on SmackDown Live. Yeah. So the next match I want to talk about right now, let's get it out of the way. I was going to do Shane, but I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to do Goldberg and Dolph Ziggler, which I wasn't expecting, and part of me at first was kind of like, oh, what the fuck? But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to go into this match with zero expectations, being like, you know what, I'm here for a fun time. It's probably going to be like less than 5 minutes. Dolph gets a little bit of a moveset in, or even two better. Dolph tries to go for offense. Goldberg spears him once or twice, jackknifes him, match done. If they can do that, honestly, I know it's burying Dolph, but at the same time, too, you're making Goldberg not have to work hard, because we saw what happened against The Undertaker. I don't want that again. I don't think anybody at home wants that again, because I certainly don't. Okay, now we're going to talk about Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. I think it's pretty obvious. I think we are going to see Kevin Owens win. I think Shane McMahon's going to have a few tricks up his sleeve, like he's going to get the help of Elias or Drew McIntyre. But at the end, too, I think Shane's just going to, Kevin Owens is going to prevail and stand tall in Toronto. I am rooting hard for Kevin Owens to win, because honestly, I remember I was like, you know what, earlier this year, I was like, I want Shane McMahon to go heel. I take that back. Shane McMahon as a heel is just annoying as fuck. Like, he doesn't do anything. He's just being this, like, pretentious, arrogant asshole who's like, oh, it's all about me. It's all about me. He's basically doing the reverse of what Stephanie McMahon would do in the whole princess role. But yeah, so KO's going to win. I think it's just going to be pretty much KO getting brutalized, and then he comes back from there. Another match I'm looking forward to is the Raw Women's match we're going to do in a bit, but the SmackDown Women's title match, Bayley and Ember Moon. Here's another title I think is going to change hands. I think we're going to see Ember as champion. Part of me thinks I'll keep it on Bayley, but I really want to see Ember Moon get a proper title shot. If anything, too, maybe you have something happen where like Ember wins and then she goes into a program. Maybe this is the chance they have to turn Bayley heel. Because Ember Moon as a heel, I feel like would be too predictable. It's like last year. No one thought that, Becky Lynch was going to lose. We all pretty much figured Charlotte was going to win, but no one really thought Becky was going to turn heel, and look how well that worked out for her. So I think if they do this where Bayley is the one to turn heel, finally, they flip that switch from her being the whole, I'm the good guy, I'm the nice guy, make her, I don't want your hugs, I don't want this, do the opposite of the yes gimmick. It goes from I'm a hugger to anti-hugger, where it's like people go for hugs and she kind of shells them off. I would love to see that, but I don't book, so it's hard to say. Now, since I mentioned it before, let's talk about the Raw Women's match. Natalya, Becky Lynch submission match. Natalia's going to think she's getting this reception. Man, that pop Sunday night when Becky's music hits is going to be probably one of the loudest of the night. You know that, I think Becky's going to win, but then I think it's going to be a disarmer. I think it's going to be a fairly quick match. I don't know what's going to happen in this match. I'm not looking too forward to it, just because I feel like they could have picked someone better, but at the same time, too, they want to get that hometown rub in Natalia, or not hometown, home country rub to Natalia. So, yeah. But I go with Becky. Next match we have AJ Ricochet. I'm calling this right now. This or Kofi or Orton is going to be the match of the night. Solely because these two, holy shit, they can work. Ricochet's been one of my favorite talents since he's come to the WWE. His match with AJ was great. He had the one match after Raw. And also, too, AJ proves he can work. I don't want this to be a DQ finish. I have a feeling it probably will be. But I say this. Just let them fight. Let them go out there for 15, 20 minutes and tear the house down. That's all I ask. Next up, I'm trying to think of what else I got. So I got pretty much all the one I think is going to happen. I have the two women's title matches, U.S. title. I think AJ's going to win, by the way, but I just hope it's clean. Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. I think, like, to how I was saying, you're trying to establish The Fiend as this complete psychopath who does whatever he wants. If you have The Fiend lose, it's going to be the same thing where it's like, what are you doing? You have this perfect character. You have the perfect chance just to, like, work with him, and you fuck it up. Like, if The Fiend loses, it's just going to make no sense. But, and two, with Bray and with Finn leaving, I think it's going to be like how there's those reports of Shane being written off television. I think they're going to have Finn lose and then just have The Fiend kind of, like, send him into, like, some sort of oblivion thing, and then they come back and probably have a program down the road, too, even when he comes back. Maybe, I think Balor's going to come back, probably Survivor Series or maybe the Rumble, especially if he's asking for time off just to heal up and just, I don't know, he's kind of burnt out. So, yeah, I think you're going to have Bray Wyatt win at the same time, too. I'd love for his entrance where he comes out as, like, as Bray Wyatt in, like, the khakis and all this stuff, like khakis and the sweater, but then, and then the lights go out, and then that whole, like, music goes out, and then next thing you know it, you just see the Fiend standing in the ring. I would love to see that, but at the same time, too, I don't think that we're going to see that. I think it's just going to be Bray on the screen, and then it's like, run, and then the lights go out, and then we see the Fiend standing in the ring. I think it's one of those things when the lights go out, he's either under the ring or they just rush him out. Yeah, so let's see what else we got. Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt. I'm kind of lost right now. I'm going to talk, I won't talk about the other ones because obviously they haven't been announced yet. But the one match I do want to, the one match that is going to happen is Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar for the U.S. title. Holy fuck, have I gotten tired of Seth Rollins over the last few weeks. Honestly, between him trying to stand up for the WWE product, which has been pretty lackluster the last 6 months, and the whole, like, fighting champion stuff, just the way to last night, I predicted the segment so well. I was just like, I predicted everyone's going to go, oh yeah, anyone could predict. Yeah, because you're the one who said that was going to happen. I'm like, you know what? WWE booking is very predictable on the main roster. I think what they're going to do is just like how it was. Paul Heyman's going to come out and talk. Seth Rollins is going to come out limping. And then Brock beats him up. Usually when stuff like this happens, when there is a champion who does get, usually when the champion or the person who gets the upper hand on the go-home show usually is the one to lose the match. I think that with that, I think it's the opposite this time. Part of me is like, you know what? I want to see Brock win for two reasons. One, just because I don't want to see Seth for the title again, because who else is he going to feud with? And then, like, I'm trying to think, maybe if he were to go on a program with Bray Wyatt, but then like that too, what are you going to do? Bring back Baron Corbin? It's just stupid. Or if the other thing too, I'd love to see is turn Braun heel. But with this match, if they can go out there and just have what happened to Cena at SummerSlam 2014 happen to Rollins, honestly, I wouldn't mind that. You have Seth Rollins go out there, get the holy hell beaten out of him for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, because I'm pretty sure that's how long his match with Cena was. And then Brock wins, and then he kind of like goes. But then Brock, then hopefully if they do this, hopefully Brock is still at every pay-per-view, considering it's the class, because there's Clash of Champions, which if he's not on it, that just makes it so dumb. But at the same time, too, with Lesnar, if Lesnar were to lose, it's like, what was the point of him winning Money in the Bank when you could have given that to a guy and built him up properly, like an Ali, like an Andrade, like a Drew McIntyre? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, there's no winning in this scenario of booking. Like, no winning at all for either talent. But, like, you just got to figure it. But I'm just going to go with Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar will hold it until WrestleMania, and then from there, he'll lose it to somebody. Hopefully it's not him and Seth again, but even too, if this match is quick and painless, like, I don't know, like make it under 5 minutes, where you just have Brock get out of the gate, suplex, hit a couple F5s, and then boom, we're good. Because if this match is like what we got at WrestleMania 34, honestly, I'm not going to be happy. Like, no one wants to see him getting beat up, like just Roman just be like, oh, I'm still in this. Get hit with, I think it was like 6 F5s, and then he still hit like 3 or 4 spears. I can't tell off the top of my head. I'm actually have not watched that match back, just because like that match was honestly such a buzzkill. Like, everyone in the arena was just pretty much at one point they're like, you know what, we're done. Like, we're done with this. But yeah, so like once that happens, yeah, I'm gonna be pulling for Brock Lesnar on Sunday to win. Like I said, I hope this match they can do more with it than I'm expecting. But at the same time too, how much are you gonna expect when you're playing with the angle of Rollins as this underdog who's looking to redeem himself after getting brutally assaulted the last 2 weeks in a row on Monday Night Raw, which included going through an ambulance. And also told him to make another prediction for the weekend, and that involves this. 24/7 championship changing hands at Access. Like, if they don't do it, it's like, it kind of kills the title. And then too, I expect some comedy with that throughout the shows. Like, if you do it at NXT, it just adds to it, because there is no Access during NXT, which I kind of like. And then there's do it during SummerSlam, Raw, SmackDown, etc. But yeah, so that's my SummerSlam and NXT predictions, guys. I was gonna do this as a video, but like I said, I couldn't get the camera set up properly, and I really did not want it in a plain sight when there was a cop pulling over and I get a ticket for distracted driving, because that's a huge thing up in Canada now, especially in Ontario. I say that because I don't know what the other provinces' laws and regulations are. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to this. Vlogs start tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get this uploaded. This should be up tonight. But anyway, guys, like I said, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you already haven't, so you can know when my videos go up. SummerSlam vlogs should they probably won't be uploaded like right away. They'll probably start next week. But for now, guys, just pay attention to everything. And also, too, I will be doing reaction videos just for NXT and SummerSlam, just because maybe Raw reactions, too. We'll see. SmackDown, too, just an update. I still don't have my ticket, but I am going to the show. But yeah, so anyway, guys, whole trip starts tomorrow, guys, and I will see you guys later. And if you don't see me on YouTube beforehand, enjoy NXT and enjoy SummerSlam. Welcome to my house. Hey guys, this is not the end of the podcast. There's one part I had left to it, and that is because I got to my home and I was on Twitter seeing what happened on the show. I forgot about Trish Stratus versus Charlotte Flair. I'm going with Trish because of the hometown girl. I think Charlotte's going to get her offense in. She's going to be that heel, but Trish is going to get a huge pop. And yeah, I just wanted to finish off that quick prediction just because I didn't want to leave a match unturned. But yeah, if I am forgetting something, there'll be another part. But if not, this part is done. So sorry about that, guys. But anyway, guys, like I said, all the stuff before. And thank you very much for listening.